It is time. You guys have been requesting this since I started this series of History of Power Rangers. Y'all been requesting, y'all been asking, y'all been begging me and pleading, especially after we finished fucking Wild Force.
We're not talking about Wild Force.
The moment we started with Wild Force, initially people wanted me to do fucking Ninja Storm.
I mean, it's a lot better than Wild Force, I'll tell you that.
So, first, before we get started with this, the past two reactions was, well, not the past reaction, but the last, like, second reaction to this. A lot of people were, not a lot of people, but, like, one person in particular didn't like the fact that we were talking over some of the things and cutting, well, not cutting, but pausing the original video for us to talk. Listen, we understand that you understand this. We understand that you enjoy me doing this series. But the thing about this is a reaction. Reactions occur with us, you know, pausing the video, talking about it, critiquing it, and see what we feel about it. If you want to, you know, watch the video without any interruption, go watch the original video. Support the creator. I say that all the time in the beginning of my videos. Please support the creator. Support Lankara. This man has an actual site of every single thing that he's done.
But support us too, we broke.
Well, support these two. I don't have a YouTube channel.
I mean, I barely use mine, so I need to get.
But yeah,
I'm important right now.
These are my friends. We're gonna be doing this for a long ass time, no matter how long I can keep this up. So that being said, this is a reaction. This is what we're gonna be doing, and he's bobbing his head back and forth. Also, it's been come to attention last year about the current Red Ranger that was in Ninja Storm. I want to say, what was his name? Let me look him up right now. He had passed away, committed suicide. Forget what his name is. Yeah. The actor who played as the Red Ranger, Paul Magasiev, Magasova. He had passed away in 2019. Well, not yet. I think it was. Yeah, it was last year. He had committed suicide and whatnot. I think he was in a bad state of mind. And then right soon, moments after that, it had put out that he was abusive with his girlfriend or wife and whatnot. And now people are speculating whether or not he was a good person and whatnot. Listen, when it comes to Power Ranger actors, we don't know much about their lives until it's put out in the open.
That was one Power Ranger, I think, attacked his girlfriend with a sword or something. Was that one of them?
That was his roommate, and that was, lo and behold, the Wild Force Red Ranger actor.
Yes. I remember that now.
So, yeah. We don't know about the actors' personal lives. So, for what it's worth, we respect them.
Except Jason.
Yeah, we respect them for what they did in terms of the Power Rangers show. We don't, you know, condone what they did in the past or what they've done to. I'm not condoning anything that he did, but it does suck that after this man that had died, that took his life, that now is this painted picture that, you know, he wasn't a good person at all.
People have demons sometimes. You gotta understand that. We're not all perfect.
Right.
Except for me.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
I'm gonna hit you with this freaking AAA bag. We was trying to have a moment, and you just.
I ruin everything. That's okay.
Anyway, we're gonna get started with this. Apologize for the lateness and whatnot, but this is Power Rangers Ninja Storm, Part 1. All right.
Ninja.
And now it's time for another edition of Weirdest Martial Arts Techniques Ever. Ready? You know it. Come on. Like, let's do
it. You know, I totally forgot that part. I forgot that they did that.
Yup. See, here we go again.
I forgot they did that.
Here we go again.
He rolled on his back?
Another moment where I'm gonna sit here with this face, like, just play the video. Just play the video.
Welcome, my friends, to Power Rangers Ninja Storm. Out of the way first.
Alright.
Okay, let's get some questions out of the way first. Yes, so far I'm enjoying Power Rangers Samurai. And yes, we will be updating the theme song to History of Power Rangers. It's just I'm waiting for the 6th Ranger to appear before we do so. And yes, I have borne witness to the awesome Super Sentai scene from Gokaiger, in which all of the previous Sentai teams go into a huge, massive battle. You can find it on YouTube if you haven't seen it yourself. Once again, it's time for us to explore the land of things that could have been but weren't. As I stated at the end of the last video, Disney planned to end Power Rangers and just show reruns for syndication, like many of the shows it had acquired from Saban. However, it was suggested that if production was moved to New Zealand, it would save money while still allowing for the show to continue, at least for another season. Amit Bhamek, one of the story writers and editors on Wild Force, planned what many could consider to be the height of fanfiction style, and yet still incredibly awesome ideas for Ninja Storm. Oh, and speaking of fanfiction, Amit Bhamek was one of the people behind Scorpion Rain, that fan film / hoax that I talked about during the Turbo review. And he's also the writer of Forever Red. That was all I had planned to say on the subject, and when the videos are already very long, mentioning that fact really wasn't necessary for the 10 minutes I talked about Forever Red. That was all I was going to say concerning Scorpion Rain, other than Amit saying that in his mind, Scorpion Rain was in canon while writing Forever Red. My opinion on its non-canonicity has not changed, nor will it ever. Anyway, his plan has been dubbed the Hexagon. Essentially, Tommy would return as the head of a Power Rangers Academy, featuring a few other veteran Rangers from across the franchise, kind of a Justice League of Power Rangers. However, they'd be the supporting cast for the 3 new Rangers, the Ninja Storm Rangers, who would be the new prodigies of the Academy. The Phantom Ranger, not liking the idea of uniting all the Ranger teams together for some dumb reason, would fight Tommy on this, leading to a kind of Power Rangers civil war that would end on kind of a depressing note. Given some of the plot elements for Ninja Storm, that might have worked, but I'm reluctant to say it's a good idea. From a budget perspective, it would mean tons of guest stars flown into New Zealand and having to stay there during the several months spent filming, plus Hurricaneger, the Sentai Ninja Storm adapted from, did not have about 10 other sets of teams running around. That means that if the other Rangers were going to be hanging around and morphing, it would mean a ton of original footage and less Sentai footage, which is a no-no when you're trying to make a Power Rangers show on a tighter budget. To make matters worse, after it was presumed that the show was being cancelled, a good chunk of the remaining props and costumes were either destroyed or auctioned off. A lot was saved after the show was renewed, but they still lost a considerable amount of material. So a lot of older material would have had to be made from scratch again. But like I said, from a story perspective, it would have been pretty damn neat.
Did your fingertips hurt from doing that?
That would have been the best. No, y'all focus on the wrong thing. Did you not hear what he just said?
We did, but he was focused on the wrong thing.
Yeah, I know. The idea that they had the first time, Tommy being the
headmaster of an academy of Rangers.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been nice.
That is a fan series. That is a love letter of Power Rangers fan series idea.
I mean, if you think about it, since he became Lord Dracon, is it?
Yeah.
He could do something similar and make evil Rangers, like a new form like Psycho Rangers. But like that too is impossible.
But we're talking about him being a good Ranger.
We're talking about on the side of him being a good Ranger and actually making an academy, like how they was saying, like a Justice League type of.
They could have did this one. They could have did it with
yeah, something like that. That would have been so good. That would have been so good. I didn't know that until he just said it. I didn't know they were planning on doing that. But because of the fact that they lost the costume props and all that.
Just because they thought they was gonna cancel it.
Could have made new ones. Just take a thread
from scratch.
That was one.
That would take more money than they were trying to save.
Right.
That's why they moved to New Zealand in the first place.
Still. That would have worked. That would have been really nice to have.
If they were committed to it and dedicated to it, but like you said before, it's Disney.
It's Disney.
This series gives us Rangers early on who are at odds with the others, which could be adapted into Rangers working for the Phantom Ranger, and Tommy would become the Green Ranger again, along with a nice big gold shield, bringing us full circle. But yeah, realistically, that just wouldn't work for the show. It's a popular
The Phantom Ranger was in the series of Power Rangers in Space. He originally came from another planet. Was powered by this ruby gem that was in the core of his armor, and he was supposedly.
Was he in space or was he
No,
Turbo.
actually, I'm
Turbo.
lying. He came in Turbo first, and then he had did a cameo appearance in space.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the Sixth Ranger in Turbo, but they scrapped that idea.
make that police officer guy?
Yeah, they made the freaking police that police robot.
Oh.
The fact that they could have made a Civil War type of series.
Hey, what?
What?
That would have been nice. That would have been nice.
Would have been better than that one movie where they used the bike for the first time. Wow, force. Anyway.
Conception that this season was supposed to be completely free of continuity. Former writers Ann Austin and Doug Sloan were returning to the show as the producers, and several comments they made when the series was being promoted led people to this conclusion, along with a few lines of dialogue from the first episode. They were quoted as saying things like, "It's a new beginning," and "Power Rangers lost its luster after we left." The two never actively considered any previous series out of continuity, though, nor did they ever intend it to be a series where Power Rangers had never happened before. Mind you, the dialogue in the first episode doesn't help, but people often need to give first episodes a little more leeway, since ideas and concepts developed for a first episode are often discarded by the end of the series. There's no team-up episode with the Wild Force Rangers, severely disappointing for me, since after what happened in the finale last time made me want to see them reclaim their jackets and morphers, but this was due to cost and union reasons. Admittedly, with this season, it's easier to claim that there are no previous Ranger teams if you're really going for an entirely original universe than, say, having the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles say it. And no, there was nothing said in that episode to suggest that they're from an alternate universe themselves or something. Everything in the episode indicated that they were in the same universe. However, as we'll see next season, Ninja Storm is most definitely a part of the same universe. Which makes one character say...
Ninja Turtles and Ninja Storm is in the same universe?
No, Ninja Turtles.
Power Rangers, period, and Ninja Turtles are in the same fucking universe.
So then Power Rangers is DC then?
Technically.
Yeah, technically.
What?
They actually made another comic with the Ninja Turtles and the Power Rangers again.
Yeah.
This time the Turtles getting getting the power points.
And April. You mean the
And
Pink
April,
Ranger.
which is crazy.
She being the Pink Ranger.
You didn't know that?
No, he didn't.
Sick of this shit.
Alright, he's gonna have his moment. We'll continue.
Sick of
And
this
that they
shit.
knew that Power Rangers were real, something really bizarre. This is not something that people can just ignore. The Power Rangers have been active and known public figures. Lots of buildings have been destroyed.
Right.
There was a freaking alien invasion. You can't ignore this and say this didn't happen or that no one knew about it. Look at it. Widespread death and destruction. They landed. They made the announcements. The Power Rangers saved the day. But we're getting off track. This is also the first season filmed in New Zealand for cost-saving measures. As a result, the production team began hiring New Zealanders for the parts. Sometimes it works, other times they try to hide their accents and it sounds really, really silly. Ironically, because of the violence of the show, Power Rangers is banned from airing in New Zealand.
Are you fucking serious?
Wow. They did it in New Zealand and it's banned. Oh my goodness. And it's not that kind of violence.
Is Power Rangers, is it really?
Power Rangers is literally like vanilla violence, and they got banned in New Zealand?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Not know that, but that's a piece of shit.
Yo, I'm sorry. I'm blown away. I didn't know nothing about this. Nothing.
That's crazy.
Done our research.
Speaking of accent,
God.
Texas accent just now, that shit was hilarious.
I did.
You was like, that's some bullshit.
It's like, that's some bullshit right there. Yeah, gotta tell you now, that's some bullshit right there.
What?
Oh man, I just had to try.
Jesus Christ, I can't do this shit no more.
The season begins with Prelude to a Storm, with a narration that gives away the
Why is it
entire
black?
plot.
Deep in the
I was about to say.
Secret Ninja Academies train our future protectors. Ancient scrolls told of 3 who would be chosen above the others. 3 who would
Alright,
become.
we
What's
get it.
annoying about
I
this
love the
is
listen.
that
I
the
love
beginning
that
of every
beginning.
episode, even when the amount of Rangers
Yeah,
expands, still I can sleep comfortably in my bed knowing ninjas watch over me. The
Kind of
theme
leather
song,
band type thing.
it's hard to say how I feel about it. I never really liked it all that much when I was watching the show, but afterwards I started singing it to myself and listening to it again. The one weird thing about it though is that the first time I heard a different song.
Man, stop. Are you fucking he's so old.
Not really, because I heard the same shit.
The series itself begins when we see our main characters doing extreme sports. Tori is surfing, Shane is skateboarding, and Dustin is dirt biking. I should note that this is also the first series to feature only 3 main Rangers to start with, so we're getting something different for this one. The 3 are also already friends and are attendants of the aforementioned Ninja Academy. Then they decide to talk about how Tori is always the reliable one, whereas they're always late. And how do they describe it?
Look, in any group, there are different kinds of people. Totally true, yeah. Think about, like the Power Rangers.
Power Rangers, you've gotta be joking.
No, okay, there's always like the mellow, like reflective dude. There's the stinger, the adrenaline guy. That would of course be Mo. Oh, yeah, right. You're Tori, you're the logical one.
You guys have to lay out the comic books. Seriously.
Ha! Irony.
And
They
you're
reach the
fucking
Ninja
ninjas,
Academy by
though.
walking through a forest
Are you
before getting
fucking
knocked
kidding
down.
me?
And the thing about it was they all had that. They all tried to had that surfer
Accent.
a surfer accent. And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Like Linkara said.
But most of them were
Wait, she's
from
New Zealand?
Some of them were.
It's what he said. It's what he said. They literally got people acting from New Zealand because they literally was in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I never knew.
Of course you dumbass did.
Well, I'm a 6, what you mean? You did New Zealand, mom? I knew what the fuck New Zealand was at 6 years old. All I knew was
I
my
know.
basement,
Listen,
nigga. That's what my shit.
just by watching Rocket Power, I knew what New Zealand was. It was just a place where people did sports.
Yeah.
Place people do sports.
That's literally what it was. Cause every time we heard the New Zealand
Better
and
Australia.
in like movies and TV shows and whatnot, it was always motherfuckers doing sports. Whether it was skateboarding, whether it was snowboarding, whether it was
Dirt biking.
surfing, hiking.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hiking's everywhere though, but yeah, I feel you though.
By other ninjas and throwing off their clothes. So they were just wearing those heavy black outfits behind their normal clothes? Ah, and ninjas can run on water, because ninjas are magic. Yeah, the 3 summarily get their asses kicked despite their Naruto ninja powers. By the way, anyone else seeing the color-coded academy and thinking Slifer red, Obelisk blue, Ra yellow?
Yeah,
The 3 are met by the shape-shifting sensei Kanoi Watanabe, who says that the lesson is over. Wait, that was it? Maybe you ought to teach them something instead of just throwing ninjas at them.
I am very disappointed. I will expect a visit from you, so that we may discuss your lack of commitment to your ninja training.
Hey, they got halfway completed. It's better than most people could do. The 3 enter a portal to the Wind Ninja Academy.
You have been students at the Wind Ninja Academy for nearly a year, and yet you fail to see the importance of punctuality.
Yes, I'm sure there are more people who need to beat the snot out of them. So, why is this called the Wind Ninja Academy when only one of the Rangers will be harnessing the power of air while the other two get different elements? Also, we meet Cam, the sensei's son, who apparently decides to walk around the academy in casual clothes. A portal starts opening up over the academy. Oh god, the time holes from Time Force are back! Quick, somebody start shooting crystals! No, this heralds the return of Lothor, the big bad of the season. The next day, the Rangers head out early to get to the academy, but they stop to help a couple in distress, much to Shane's irritation. Lothor and his generals arrive at the academy.
The dark energy is strong in you.
The dark side.
Yeah!
In you.
The generals attack the ninjas with the foot soldiers this season, the Kelzacks, and rain down laser destruction on the academy. While the three proceed on their way to the academy, Lothor and Kanoi begin their battle. One of the generals, Chubo, releases energy spheres that snatch the ninja students and bring them up to Lothor's spaceship in orbit. The three main characters arrive at the academy as the school itself starts dissolving, leaving them the only remaining students and the area devastated. Lothor learns of the three still in the area and dispatches his fourth general, Zergain, to deal with them. Amidst the rubble, they find Cam and make a hasty retreat to a hidden cave as Lothor's ship resumes firing on the area. There they find Kanoi, but he's been transformed into a guinea pig. Because, I have no idea. He explains about Lothor.
Once a great ninja, he was banished from the earth when his hunger for power turned him to the dark side. When our energy fields collided, I was transformed into what you see before you. Now he has returned and has brought an...
That doesn't make any sense. Wait a minute.
To save his life, I transform into a hamster.
What?
To save my life, I transform into a hamster.
First of all, that's not a hamster. That's a fucking guinea pig.
Okay, to save my life, I transform into a guinea pig.
They're all the same fucking species anyway.
Damn straight. If they roll around in cages in their own shit, they the same damn species.
Alright, fuck.
I wasn't gonna say that.
But why that specific animal?
Small, unnoticeable, easy to get around, and rebel.
But you can easily notice him with the fact that he still has his gi on. By the way, you have your whole gi on?
Yeah, it's an incomplete transformation. I don't want to be naked, my dude.
I wouldn't want to fuck with you. I would transfer into like a cheetah or something. Some kind of like goat.
It
Maybe a goat.
is.
I transform into a goat.
And guess what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna get captured, took to the ship, and used as a pet.
He's on a goat.
They can't do shit.
I could bad real loud. Goat's bad, right?
Yeah, they bad all day long, but you're still gonna be tortured, probably served with a side of lamb chops.
Oh my gosh.
I'm the lamb. How am I the main course and the side dish at the same time?
You never had haggis?
Fuck is haggis?
You never.
We're getting past it. No. We're not gonna go into this. No. Continue.
Army that will do everything to take our planet for their own.
He says to bring out the morphers, much to Cam's irritation.
These are your Power Ranger wind morphers.
You're right.
Yes, see, I knew it, dude. I was right. Power Rangers are real.
You're Andros. The Red Ranger. I was there. The day you and the Ranger saved the Earth.
Power Rangers are real.
He then explains their powers.
Dustin, child of the earth, true to your heart, you will embody the powers of the Yellow Wind Ranger. Gory, fluid, and graceful like the water, you will become the Blue Wind Ranger.
Oh, God.
Shane, reaching...
Weren't you just shitting on Power Rangers 5 minutes ago, lady? Now all of a sudden you becoming a Power Ranger, you smiling.
Well, it was like sheer disbelief that she didn't think the Power Rangers actually existed when the car literally said they've been on this planet saving the Earth before y'all even decided to. Let me shut up.
Stars, you will command the powers of the Red Wind Ranger. From this point, you will be known as the Wind Power Rangers, protectors of the
And
Earth.
only one of you has to deal with the
No,
power.
united we roar.
So, what exactly does this thing do?
Where's the switch?
Is that in a game or what?
No, it's in the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, the defenders of the galaxy.
As a monster comes out with the Kelzacks, the three emerge to fight.
Ninja Storm! Wait, what is it? Ninja Sword Ranger form. His Ranger form? Ugh, dude. Watch and learn. Ranger form! Ranger form! Power of Earth! Ranger Sword! Ranger form! Power of Air!
Later parts of the season always make the same mistake of not using the theme song anymore when the team does something epic, like morphing or summoning Zords. The thing is that even if the theme song isn't that great, it really evokes the awesomeness of Power Rangers. That's part of the Wasserman factor. The theme song is one of the best parts of the show. It's been a motif ever since the show began. When you use it, it elevates a fight. If you don't use it, you should have a good reason not to.
Billy Ranger!
Yeah, that would have been nice. Now, the crazy thing about it is, after this first episode, they started to do that with every time they were starting to win.
I did. You know what's great? I noticed that.
Yeah, after this episode, they just started to play that song every time they was getting ready to win, which was like, oh,
I mean,
so
that's kind of a cliche thing, though, right?
No,
Like,
it's basically a theme song coming on when the end is coming.
yeah,
Yeah, like they don't, cause like think about Kamen Rider when they're about to do like a Super Mighty Rider kick or something, they'll play like the opening theme, like the first 15 seconds of it.
Or like a theme that matches them.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I'm not the creator.
Also, I want to say this. It really does say something when two people who weren't really Power Ranger fans don't know how to morph, and then the one Ranger, the one person that finally decided to become a Ranger actually knows how to do his morphing sequence, even though he never knew how to morph before.
Or he just winged it.
They just winged it because he was an actual fan. That really says something about Power Ranger fans. Like, we already know what to do.
Right.
In our minds.
Yes, even clumsy exposition can be ignored when there is bad attitude happening. Also, hang gliders. The hell?
Yeah, they had that too.
And their weapons are a hammer, a hairdryer, and a megaphone. Because those are very ninja. Ninjas are apparently anything anyone wants them to be, and yes, I know, fiction, blah blah, but it just gets kind of irritating. Anyway, the visors for this season, like the Lightspeed Rescue Team, actually open up, which I like. Sure, I prefer when they take off the helmets altogether, but this is still better than never doing it at all, which is something I don't think either Time Force or Wild Force ever did. Taking off the helmets helps build the idea that the characters are actually inside of the suits, and it's not just some random stunt people, though in the scene immediately afterwards, we see them helmetless. Okay. I like the Ninja Storm suits. The ninja theme, despite the bright colors, is demonstrated in the overall aesthetic of the design, and the addition of the gray areas, which is something the Rangers haven't done before. It gives them their own unique flavor. Anyway, the Rangers meet back up in the basement.
You did well this time, Rangers. But understand that there will be battles in the future. Lothar will not rest until the Earth is completely under his command, or until he is destroyed. The future is in your hands, Power Rangers.
Prelude to a Storm is once again a very fast start to the season. What I think hurts it is that they try to push the inexperienced angle a bit too much. It's one thing to show that these may not be the first and best choices to be Rangers, but it's entirely different to show them screwing up with the morphers. The morphing sequence is supposed to be one of those glorious highlights of the first episode, or sometimes second, of the season to show how awesome the team is. Yeah, you can play with it a little after they've first morphed, but we shouldn't be seeing them as so incompetent that they can't remember 4 words that go in rhyme. Something else you'll probably have noticed is the sound quality. Everyone sounds like the boom mic is right in front of their faces and then sent through bad processing. Apparently the post-production team in New Zealand wasn't at the same quality as the American one, and improvement didn't occur until around the middle of next season. As such, this season and the beginning of the next one take a bit of getting used to with the sound quality. Here are some more expositional bits for you. The underground base also serves as a holodeck. Cam is also the one who designs the Zords. Lothar's monsters are referred to as aliens, which are summoned by his niece's cell phone, which also is used to make the aliens grow. Oh, also, Dustin's real name is Waldo. Shane gets the Hawk Zord, Tori gets the Dolphin, and Dustin has the Lion Zord. While they're stored in an underground hangar, they're released via holographic projections. The Lion is actually hidden as a roller coaster. You know, the Dolphin hiding as a boat and the Hawk as a plane makes sense, but the roller coaster, no one's gonna notice a roller coaster in the middle of nowhere? And if it's not a carnival, no one's gonna notice the roller coaster that suddenly vanishes? They form the Megazord, and maybe it's just me, but does anyone else hear the original Go-Go Power Rangers music as the incidental background music?
We did it! It's a Megazord!
Mega cool!
The Ninja Megazord is okay, though the asymmetry of the shoulders is kind of head-tilting and
You know what? That just goes to show that no matter how many Rangers series they make, they're always going to show that, play that damn theme
They have
in any way, shape, or form.
They don't have to.
They don't. That's what I'm saying. They don't have to. But that shows you that that's like the, what's that? Like the bread and butter of what they believe what Power Rangers should be put as. You know.
Weapons for the Megazord are deployed by power spheres, though the actual command for summoning the spheres comes in the form of discs, with various different options that can be utilized in toys. Lothor decides to up the ante against the Rangers, summoning 2 Rangers of his own, and this is only the 2nd episode.
Oh my God! Stop! I know I just paused it, but let me tell y'all something. When the Thunder Rangers came out,
I'm Sakurai Rangers.
Yeah.
When the Thunder Rangers came out, I was sold.
Wait.
I was sold.
Thunder Rangers versus Kamen Rider, Kabuto, and Gatak. Who wins?
Kamen Rider.
Kamen Riders.
Final answer.
We're gonna, you know what? We're gonna get to that topic about which is better, Kamen Riders or Super Sentai.
Make sure I'm here for that.
Yeah, we gonna get to that because that's like something that we should be talking about. But
there's a movie about that.
These two Rangers were the shit. They were the shit. You never watched? We gotta watch it. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna see that.
These were badass. These two, I loved them so much.
It sucks they went good. They should have stayed bad.
They really should have. That would have been so cool. Like 3 good, 2 bad. That, you know what? That was in the promo. 3 good, 2 bad, 1 ultimate evil. That was in the promo. That's how you know I watch this series all the time.
I watched this shit too.
Because I remember that promo. They promoted the shit out of this series.
It really did. Because it really needed the money.
Yeah. Since they were starting from the ground up, apparently.
Disney needed the money. Power Rangers needed the money. We needed the money. Goddamn, everybody needed the money at this point. It's crazy.
Would mind you. And the Megazord has a lightning mode that lasts 60 seconds and slims down a lot of the extra weight on the Megazord so it can move faster. One wonders why this isn't the default mode instead of the cumbersome shoulder pads and whatnot. In Looming Thunder, we're introduced to Blake and Hunter, adopted brothers who dirt bike on the same track as Dustin. Yeah, they're obviously the 2 new Rangers, the Thunder Rangers. What I like about this is that since Lost Galaxy, every 6th Ranger introduced has started as an antagonist to the Rangers, both in civilian and morph form, to varying degrees, whereas here we get it a little bit different. The 2 have different personalities. Blake is more friendly and talkative, while Hunter is a little cold and antisocial, and both come off as a little stuck up, but otherwise they're not considered enemies or jerks right away. Just as an aside though, these 3 are all supposed to be teenagers. It was goofy back in Mighty Morphin, and it's goofy here. How rich does Dustin have to be to have a freaking motocross bike that he does as his standard form of entertainment? How many kids do you know whose primary form of entertainment is extreme sports that they participate in? Still, I'll give them credit. These guys actually look like teenagers. Anyway, the Thunder Rangers themselves loom in the background until 3-parter Thunder Strangers. Zergain recommends that they hit the Rangers at the Storm Charger store, but Lothor kicks that plan to the ground.
How many times must we go over this? A Ranger's power can only be destroyed when he's in his full Ranger form. Of course, therefore, we must defeat them at the right moment. Otherwise, all our efforts will be in vain.
Wait, you can only destroy them when they're at their most powerful? Or, you know, you could just shoot them in the head when they're in civilian mode. I mean, come on, the series is already making up crap to pretend that there's some deep ninja philosophy that has nothing to do with actual ninjas. So stop pretending there's some deep philosophical reason why the Rangers can't be attacked in their regular locations. Otherwise, why do you keep sending Kelzacs down to attack them? This, I think, is one of the attempts by the show writers to make this season a bit more comedic than previous ones, but we'll talk about that at the end. The Thunder Rangers finally make their attack on the three.
Oh yeah, they smoked them. Smoked the fuck out of them.
Hello? Anybody home?
Obviously, you didn't get the memo. Old Rangers out, new Rangers in.
What? You expect us to fight you?
After kicking the three around for a bit, they then inexplicably decide to leave. The sensei says their fighting style matches those of the Thunder Ninja Academy, something confusing to the Rangers since they thought Lothar had captured all of the ninja academies. Is it just me, or does it seem weird at all that there are multiple academies that train apparently hundreds of students, and yet no one has heard about this until now? There are never any bitter dropouts or the like? The sensei does say that they're not being controlled, and they're equally confused about why the Thunder Rangers didn't finish them off. Later, Sergeant tries to finish off the Rangers himself, but Lothar recalls him because... I have no idea. The Thunder Rangers attack again, this time equipped with motorcycles, the same kind that Cam designed for the Ninja Storm Rangers, thanks to a disc stolen off of Dustin, as well as their own Zords. The Insectazord and Beetlezords are pretty cool, with cloaking devices as well as tank-style weaponry. Of course, the two can form their own Thunder Megazord, and the two giant machines rumble. The battle's actually pretty damn good, and the situation made worse when Cam tries to send them a new weapon, but the Thunder Rangers intercept it and take it for their own Megazord, disabling the Ninja Storm Megazord. And once again they retreat, the Rangers left in their trashed cockpits. There's sadly something else I must comment on here, and that's the music. Ninja Storm, while containing more guitar and rock tracks for the show, sadly does not use them appropriately. The music is just some background thing that doesn't actually match the action. By Time Force and Wild Force, the synth stuff was actually getting pretty good, and particular tracks were very well produced. Here, though, it's just constant, fast-paced music, and it really hurts the tone. What's made worse is that apparently the producers just loved stock, public domain music strikes, and it's really noticeable and annoying.
I'm gonna wipe you out, Toe Jam.
Oh yeah, they keep constantly use that music.
I mean, they plan to.
Face Ninja Striker!
However, for the first confrontation with the Thunder Rangers, the music guys added a nice little bit to the music that helped punctuate the danger these guys represented. Part 2 begins with the Rangers discovering that their morphers are trashed as well. Oh, and Cam finds a way to be a dick about it.
Well, you've managed to reduce years of technological advance into a pile of scrap metal in a single afternoon. Not to mention what you did to the Zords.
Thanks, Cam. I'm sure it's their fault a bunch of evil Rangers decided to kick their asses.
Yeah, Cam was pretty much
Fortunately,
a dick in the
Cam has
first
equipped the
beginning of
Zords
this.
with systems that will automatically repair themselves, but it was still a pretty damaging blow. Sensei believes that there's dissension among their little evil alliance, and they can take advantage of it later. The Rangers are feeling down about the loss, though really it's only Tori who's given anything to work with it. I hate to keep comparing it to this, but the Green Ranger saga handled this expertly, with the music underscoring the tension and helping to build up the mystery and threat presented by an evil ranger. Instead, we've got a loud, rocking soundtrack while Dustin and Shane are talking.
Dude, you've changed that oil like 4 times already. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just can't stop thinking about why those Thunderpunks just didn't destroy us when they had the chance, you know?
And say, what's the best way to downplay the threat of your main villains? How about you have a scene where his niece is painting his nails? Blake shows up and rescues Tori from an attacking monster. Does Tori not wonder why he was riding his motorcycle near the lake while he was in full riding gear, taking a full hit from it? Tori brings Blake back to right outside Ninja Ops to try to help him. While he's supposedly unconscious, he sees Tori going into the hidden entrance. After defeating the monster, the three return to Ninja Ops to discover the Thunder Rangers already there. They demorph and reveal themselves, though the three show no reaction to this news whatsoever. They wish the Rangers luck and kidnap the Sensei, ending Part 2. Part 3 begins with a celebration on board Lothor's ship with everybody dancing. What, you're not even going to take over a juice bar to celebrate your conquest of Earth? Alright, all you've done is kidnap a guinea pig. Truly, Lothor is an evil mastermind. I'm sorry, but the more I see of Lothor hamming it up, cracking jokes, and being so idiotic when it comes to strategies against the Rangers, the more I think Zergain would have made a better main villain. The group tracks the Sensei to where the Thunder Rangers are taking him, the Mountain of Lost Ninjas, where it's said to have ninja ghosts and a cavern where they can break the energy orb that's currently protecting him. The ninjas talk with their captive guinea pig and exposit that he killed their adoptive parents. They run into ninja ghosts, allowing the Wind Rangers to catch up. The two groups call a temporary truce to fight off the ghosts. Once they're defeated, Zergain suddenly appears with his own sword. Tori stays behind to fight him alone with the Megazord, while the other two chase after the Thunder Rangers. Tori defeats Zergain with power spears that come out of nowhere, but the Thunder Rangers get to the cavern first. The three get to them before they kill the Sensei, and the Thunder Rangers say it was Lothor who told them about what happened to their parents. However, the ghosts of said parents appear and reveal that Lothor was responsible for their deaths. Lothor shows up, but before he can take the Sensei himself, Hunter blocks his blast using the Gem of Souls, the crystal they were going to use to kill the Sensei. With the revelation of what happened, Blake and Hunter depart. Following that, we get a good filler episode that has great character development for Cam. We learn that he resents the fact that he didn't get chosen as a ranger. The Sensei explains that the reason why is because he made a promise after his mother died to not allow him to be put into the dangerous life of a ranger. With two fillers out of the way, the story continued in the four-part Return of Thunder. Tori, deciding she misses Blake, borrows Dustin's bike and heads out searching for him. Meanwhile, Blake and Hunter are contacted by Chubo, who also happens to be another comic relief general, who tells them that he wants to defect. Blake lets the other Rangers know about the apparent defection, and they decide to check it out by trying to sneak onto Lothor's ship. If they can get in and out without difficulty, they'll call in the other Rangers for backup. It's, of course, a trap, and the two are recaptured by Lothor. The villains brainwash the two so they'll work for Lothor again. After a monster fight, Chubo teleports all five to another dimension with a single small island in it. Part 2 begins with a weather disturbance hitting the city, lowering the temperature drastically, a result of the dimensional shift. While on the other world, the two teams have a pretty decent unmorphed fight before morphing again to continue things. The more they fight, the more that the two start to regain their own memories. They blast the two again, but Hunter takes the brunt of the blast, turning on his brother and the other Rangers again. Blake rejoins the Wind Rangers while Hunter gets blasted into some sort of toxic stream that drives him even crazier, ending Part 2. Blake tells the three how they became Rangers, raised by the Thunder Academy after their parents died. When Lothor attacked, their sensei gave them their morphers, and in turn the two were captured. Lothor then told them the lie about their parents' death. Hunter and Blake engage one another, and with the power of sepia tones and flashbacks, they manage to restore him to normal.
Joe, real? Yeah. My friends.
Cam manages to finally get in touch with the Rangers and dispatches the Zords to pick them up. As punishment for his failure, Chubo is banished from Lothor's court. Part 4 feels pretty arbitrarily tacked on and feels more like an epilogue episode than part of the previous three. Chubo goes after the Thunder Rangers as revenge, and the five defeat him by combining their Megazords into the Ninja Thunder Megazord, because of course the only thing cooler than one giant robot is two giant robots merged into one bigger giant robot. To be perfectly honest, I actually liked Return of Thunder a lot more than Thunder Strangers. It was a much tighter story, and the action was well put together. Thunder Strangers tried to do a lot in too little amount of time. There isn't a very good reason why they even fight the Rangers at all if their goal was the Sensei the entire time, and why they trust Lothor, who had just kidnapped their entire school, including their own Sensei, is never really explained. The resolution of the story happened far too quickly and lacked a lot of emotional resonance, and we hadn't even seen a picture of their parents. Return of Thunder worked to give us backstory, good fights, and overall a more enjoyable series of episodes. On the other hand, there's another problem with this stuff in that it introduced the rival Rangers a bit quickly. It's of course a tradition in the series to have a sixth Ranger, but usually they're introduced around a fourth of the way into the season, where in this case they started almost immediately, not really giving the show a chance to really experiment with the three Ranger concept for very long. For that matter, having the Rangers fight more than one evil Ranger could have probably lasted a lot longer than...
Uchu Sentai started off with what, 4? They didn't even have a Red Ranger. Uchu Sentai had blue, black, yellow, and green.
Uchu Sentai.
The Uchu Sentai, Q Ranger.
Yeah, you know, I know
Started off with
it was that big Sentai team.
It was like 13 of them.
Yeah.
So it started off with those 4. Then they got lucky, Yoshaki, and then every other episode was a new Ranger. After that, and then even
you still losing me. What?
Uchu Sentai,
Q Ranger.
Q Ranger.
That was the Ranger series where it was of all the zodiac
the,
signs in space. The space zodiac
yes,
signs.
but that's more in the future. You
No,
talking about he was talking about past events.
No, I know.
5 Rangers. That was.
No, I know what you're saying, but he's saying like they didn't keep that for long. This one is like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 7, 8. No. 4. Then it was red. Then it was. Damn, who came next? Who came next?
I believe it was either that Scorpion dude or the Commander.
The Commander came next.
Yeah.
No,
what I'm
Commander,
trying to say
Scorpion.
is y'all timeline is messed up because that was more in the future. He's talking about right now to the past.
I know what you're saying.
And they kept the 3 Rangers thing for a little while.
Yeah, they did. Because after this, there was Dino Thunder, and they did this almost the same thing.
Yes.
Almost.
Tommy didn't come into what? The 15th episode?
Yeah.
The 15th. Around like between the 15th and the 20th episode, that's where he came in.
Right, and then
nigga, my mind went fucking Tommy. Oh
yeah.
God.
And then came the 6th one.
Was it RPM like that? No.
No, RPM was not like that. No.
Yeah,
no, yes, the RPM was like
3.
that. Only thing about it was the 2 Rangers
2.
weren't evil.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Was it? Yeah, it was.
But like you were saying, they always tried to do that, make that evil.
It's always a new thing they're coming out with.
But then like you said, it just felt like it was rushed because you could have given them some time for them to keep being bad. And then have them, be good later on in like episode 18 or 20.
Strangers.
22.
They didn't really do much before, and then when Strangers showed up, they only did the middle. They kicked their butts in both the fight and the Zords in like 2 episodes.
Right.
And
then Thunder Rangers, right?
Yeah. They only did they kicked their butts in 2 episodes. They showed up.
I feel like over time they just got more passive, and then it's when they
that's what it was.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah. Still.
Hold on, y'all.
They should have still been evil. They should have still edited it out.
Ah, gosh.
That it ended up being. Still, I do understand that they're confined by the Sentai footage. Following 2 more filler, another 3-parter hits. The Samurai's Journey. Cam once again demonstrates his martial arts prowess as well as demonstrating his resentment over not being a ranger.
Cam, everything we're able to do is because of what you're able to do.
It's not enough. I want to be part of it.
You want to be a ranger.
At the end of Tori and Cam's talk, a monster appears in a really good transition, and the 6th fight. Cam is held back by the Kelzacs while the Rangers' powers are drained by the monster. The Rangers try to go out and Cam gives them a temporary power increase so they can fight, even if it's only for a little while. The battle goes well for a while, but after a Megazord fight, the 5 are out of energy. The sensei says there may be a way to help them, but he doesn't want to do it. Cam realizes what he's talking about and engages the Scroll of Time, which allows Cam to travel into the past. While the portal is open, time in the present is frozen, save for Lothor's ship apparently, but the portal is also temporary, so Cam needs to be quick about his journey. Cam arrives in the past and finds the younger version of his father. He also runs into his mother, who was the first female student at the Ninja Academy and trained in the art of samurai combat. She has a pendant that's wanted by his father's brother, who in turn turns out to be studying dark magics. After an awesome fight between Cam and the brother, Kia, Cam unlocks the power of the amulet and stops him.
That was a joke. That's not Force Whitaker.
Fucking God!
It's just a joke.
Kia, in turn,
I have no use for your archaic ways or worthless name. From now on, I will take the name of the ancient warrior of evil. From this point forward, I will be known as Lothor.
Cam, not being stupid, tries to tell them to destroy Lothor instead of banishing him, but...
Leave him.
No, you know what the fuck you just said? What the fuck you just said?
He said Rasengan.
Rasengan.
I will fucking kill you.
That's why I said leave him. That's why I said leave him.
Well, you couldn't at least tell me what the fuck you just said?
I was about to, but you would say, tell me what you just said.
Why are we yelling on camera at each other? We're supposed to be black.
We are black. That's why we're yelling at each other. You stop saying stupid shit.
Yeah, so that wasn't Rasengan.
If you were paying attention to this whole thing, that was the energy orb that he captured the students in. So stop before I slap the brakes off you.
His father's brother, who in turn turns out to be studying dark magics. After an awesome fight between Cam and the brother, Kia, Cam unlocks the power of the amulet and stops him. Kia, in turn...
I have no use for your archaic ways or worthless name. From now on, I will take the name of the ancient warrior of evil. From this point forward, I will be known as Lothor.
Cam, not being stupid, tries to tell them to destroy Lothor instead of banishing him, but he needs to return to the future due to dramatic convenience. Cam returns to the present not only with some new duds, but a new Zord as the Green Samurai Ranger. So, where the heck did he get that thing anyway? So yeah, the Samurai Storm Megazord is awesome, and even has a weapon made out of a giant bee. My god. However, Lothor shows up to attack them with his nieces and Kelzax in tow. However, before he can fight them, the sensei teleports the six back to Ninja Ops, courtesy of a new teleportation system Cam developed. The sensei explains that once a ninja is banished, they cease to exist, so Lothor isn't considered part of the family tree anymore. Seems more than a bit convenient, but whatever. Lothor unleashes 6 monsters, forcing the Rangers to split up to deal with each one. To pad the story out in the most ridiculous manner possible, Cam is bitten by the insect monster and starts turning into a bug.
I can't believe that in my first Ranger battle, I practically get turned into a bug.
Neither can I. It's a seriously rushed thing to do considering it happened with only about 10 minutes left in the episode. Still, in the follow-up battle, we see that he has a Super Samurai mode where he ditches the shield and his helmet spins around. I should also note that all through the three-parter, the villains have been engaged in comic relief antics. It really feels out of place with the drama with Cam. It also introduces an absolutely stupid idea that Lothor can only grow one monster at a time. Yeah, I know, necessity of the franchise, but it just means we won't ever see a huge monster brawl in this series. Still, the episode ends well.
What? What are y'all smiling about?
Wow. Where is that?
You gotta be part of the team. You gotta have the gear.
It takes a powerful man to choose his own destiny. Congratulations. No father could be prouder of his son.
So dumb question. Lothor is his father, right? No, his half brother or something.
Don't go back to it.
I'm not. I'm just pausing it.
Let him be confused and stupid for the rest of the show.
I'll figure it out. I'm not even worried about it.
Anyway, that goes for part one.
Part one.
It does suck to know that we never got
a civil war.
Not even a civil war, but like a crossover between the past Ranger series and the current Ranger series of this timeline when it came out. It does suck to know that, and it also does suck that New Zealand banned any Power Ranger show from going on there when Power Rangers was practically in New Zealand.
Well, you see, they can record it there, but they can't watch it.
But that's bullshit.
I know it's bullshit, but that's how government works.
No, that's how that's how human logic works, and it's stupid.
Not really, because each country has their own government that has their own rules. We have to respect that, yo.
Somewhat.
And plus, now that this is not sponsored, thanks to VPN, people can now watch whatever the hell they want.
What the freak?
What? This is not sponsored.
Well,
hey yo.
Not sponsored. Thanks to VPN, you can now watch from your comfort home of New Zealand. But it still sucks to know that they could watch it during the time that it was airing. That's the point I was making.
And plus, most people who were smart then probably just went and go watch them do it.
Yeah, but some people didn't have the type of connection though.
Nigga, they were in New Zealand. You could be on the other side and still see that shit.
Well, yeah, but you couldn't really get a good. I don't think they would let people, the residents, watch what they were doing.
This is 2004.
Yeah, so
they weren't as prominent as they were now. It's come from an IT guy.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about actually watching it for while they're making it, and they.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they would allow residents to you know the
It was residents there had own
to walk
backyard.
to walk out. Yeah, but still,
and they weren't walking into it. They
privacy
were
though,
from far in distance.
I don't think that. Yeah, but isn't there a law since they're saying that they're not allowed to watch?
You really, you really can't like. You can, but you can't.
Have you ever seen those pictures where they people on camera right, they taking pictures while they doing the show?
Yeah, you can't be on the set. You
can't be on the set, but you can be far enough to watch it. Like that's what I'm trying to say.
Well, what if you just standing right far off at a distance and you just doing all that and they would tell you, hey, you can't be over there.
They have a permit for a certain distance. Mm-hmm. As long as you outside that distance, you are fine. Right. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm listening.
No, you're not, because you keep saying that the person is walking into the set.
No, I'm talking about for them watching what they're doing. Like you're not allowed to watch.
It's not against the law.
Yeah. But at the same time, if you walk, he makes a point because if you walk onto the set, that's illegal because you have that space.
But I'm not talking about the set. I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking about snooping. I know what you're talking about. Not going on this. I'm talking about snooping.
Fine. It's a free country. Well, somewhat. You can watch, but as long as you're not in. I know.
Listen. I'm just talking about for how people like to say some shit and it be not true and then turn around and they say no, you can't do that, but they just wanted to say something because they didn't want.
They have like they said. They have permits to order to be.
Yeah, I know about the permit, but there's certain people who don't even go about by what they even put out as a permit. There's some people that will just say that you can.
Even if you walk onto the set, you're gonna get arrested.
Yes.
Like
so nobody's stupid enough to walk on the set and get arrested.
Right in front of the building, and I walk. Now, granted, when they get that specific area, it's marked off. Like you can't get in there. So and if you just so happen to get in there, they're gonna tackle the shit out of you, like,
or at least escort you from the premises.
Right, or they'll be like, because they were recording some stuff around here. They marked it off. Do not enter. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. So, I mean, I understand what we are saying though. But
both not wrong.
But John is more like they is no.
Yeah, he's saying by the law they can't do shit to you.
Yeah, no, they can. If you walk on the set, by law you can.
That's what I'm not talking about. That's what you're talking about. If they're on the set.
No, I'm not. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're walking on the set. What I'm saying is, say the set is right here, right? The perimeter is right there. The people are right there. And if they stop and literally like are watching while they're recording.
Fine.
But some people would say that that's disturbing
from
what they're doing.
And hollering.
People won't hoot and holler though.
Unless they would incorporate that into the show, which is
and another thing that I wanted to point out, what if they were recording while they were behind the supposed line that they cannot they're not allowed to cross from.
But if you think about it,
most people have been doing that though.
But that's what I'm saying. That would be called pirating in a sense.
But if you think about it,
making shows.
Yeah, people do that all the time.
But however, when they shoot shows, they always say quiet on the set. So they really don't. They wouldn't allow it anyway. So once they get that, then people can hoop and holler. But that's unlikely anyway.
I mean, I'm just looking at it for a sense of like of ignorant people being ignorant people. That's all I'm saying. Because you can't really trust people nowadays when you're trying to create something out in the open in the public. You can't really trust people because people.
But I'm thinking of what time of year it is. This is 2004.
2000 people 2004 was still crazy.
Yes, but they weren't that crazy as they are this year.
Yeah.
Well, back then they were crazy. This year they're fucking insane.
They're insane this year. They were crazy, but they weren't that crazy. Not your level of crazy that you're thinking about.
Then again, this is New Zealand, so I don't know what the mindset is about those people.
Yes.
This is podcast level material right here, son.
I'm just saying that's all. I'm just saying we from America, goddammit. That's all I've been watching. Nothing but people being people.
Yes, but that's what you're not getting. Some people aren't like that. You keep I can understand you taking humanity and putting it in a group and saying they're stupid. But
not humanity. I'm just saying in general, people are curious and will just.
I guess what in general is a new race. Ain't that funny? But you still talk about humanity.
But if you think
half the people are going to be crazy, stupid, or do whacked out things. Half of them, other half, have their mind together.
Yeah, but if someone storms the set, then
that part is the crazy people.
Yeah,
I can understand you on that part.
But how often do you hear?
But
about
I'm
that
talking
kind of
in a very straightforward mind of a person. I am going to stay on the side where I am allowed to stand and watch and record if I want to. My decision.
Even though that's illegal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What if they don't allow you to do that? Even though you're like you just said, you're on that side. You're not bothering them.
If they don't allow that, they will have signs up.
However,
but you know people don't like reading signs.
People who still get like sneak peeks and shit like that.
Yes.
Like how they leak information.
Yeah. People don't mind signs. Don't care about signs. People have been walking over signs, ripping the signs up and whatnot as if they weren't even there. They've been doing that for a long time.
How do we go from Power Rangers to legality?
It came with two interesting conversation because Jonathan was trying to tell me that that people are allowed to be there as long as they're not violating the policy, the laws that they have.
Once you cross the line, you're in violation.
Yeah, you're in violation.
That's
what I'm saying is,
once you cross the line, it's a violation.
What I'm saying is that people sometimes just don't give a shit and will do whatever they want to do because they just don't want to be told the word no.
And those are the idiots that want to rampant today.
But hey, look. No one's right or wrong. I'm not trying to say that I'm right, and I ain't trying to say you wrong.
All right, let's end this fucking.
But anyway,
this is podcast level material right here. If y'all not subscribed, something fucking wrong with you, son. It's your boy, Urban Ninja.
And it's your boy, Master Sakurai. And you don't have a smoke bomb. You do not have a smoke bomb.
Oh my goodness. Featuring Jonathan, which is the friend that has some sense in the two.
I have sense. I just wanted to know. I was just having a conversation with you, which is a healthy conversation.
I'm sorry. That was a signal he threw earlier. I don't care.
We out. Peace.
Bye.